Okay.
The recording is, and before we even start, I want to shout out Vicki Bronner. She is a platinum director with Xyngular. This was her vision. She coordinated all this, and we are so thankful that she had this vision to invite this amazing group of men on here so that the guys can hear a guy's perspective. So I'm going to turn it over to Tom Gillis, who is he is a gold executive with Xyngular. And Tom, go ahead and take it away, brother.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's a pleasure being able to lead this call tonight. I'm looking at it, I see a lot of men. This is our first ever Xyngular man-to-man Zoom. Hopefully we'll have some more in the future. We've got some great testimonials on here tonight from a policeman, a real estate mogul, a chiropractor, a former bodybuilder, construction worker. And these guys are amazing and their stories are real. So these are real people. But my background's in sports. I was a former Major League Baseball player in 1990. And I weighed 195 pounds. I was really fit. And 20 years later, I weighed about 240. I was tired all the time. And my health just went downhill. Part of the reason for that, and I'm going to share this with you because there could be somebody out there that's suffering with depression or anxiety. But 3 months after I was in the major leagues, when I got home to Illinois, I was in a severe depression. Came out of nowhere, had no idea what was happening. I had to be spoon-fed from my parents. 4 months after that, I was in a hospital diagnosed with bipolar disorder. I lost my 10-year career in baseball. I lost my fiance. I had to file bankruptcy in 2003, and I had no plan B. And later I'll talk about what the opportunity's done for me. But I got a call from Freddie in 2010, and I was struggling back then with depression, anxiety. I was stressed out over money. I was fat, broken, sick. It was just, I was dissatisfied. And he told me, he goes, look, you can lose up to 15 pounds in 8 days, start feeling better. I think we can help a lot of people with the opportunity. And I just ran off his passion because, be honest with you, if there wasn't a guarantee at the time, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So I trusted in what he was telling me. I got on the product. I lost 14.5 pounds in 8 days. My mental clarity started to feel better. I had a little bit of hope that something was going to help me. And 12 weeks later, I'm down 31 pounds, not taking naps. I'm helping people. I'm sharing my story. And within 8 months of doing the business, I was actually matching my full-time income as a baseball instructor. I was putting in about 10 to 12 hours in the nooks and crannies of my schedule. And I was working 60 hours a week doing lessons. And that was pretty extensive. So after 3 years, Freddie, I said, look, I'm making 3 times what I'm making full time. I think I'm ready to quit my job and do this and, put more hours into it. So I was able to do that. It was the first time since I was playing baseball, I felt like I had freedom and choices in my life. And that was important to me. So not only have I earned 5 trips and I just qualified for Bora Bora, which I live in a town of 100 people. So it's amazing to me that I've been able to do that. That's a trip of a lifetime. But we've been to Dubai, we've been on a cruise, we've been to Robert Redford Resort. And I like to travel, but those are experiences I would have never had if I wouldn't have joined this company. So those of you that are listening out here, some people are looking for, weight loss. Some people are looking for different kind of help with them with health conditions. Some people like to travel, but everyone could use a little extra money. And in having a plan B, back in my back pocket, made a difference in my life. So I'm going to bring on some guys here and get out of the way. And my first guest is Stacy Loftus. He's a policeman and he has an amazing story. So Stacy, could you come on and share with us, please?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Tom, for having us on here and doing this and hosting this for everyone. I'm excited. This is going to be the first of many man-to-man talks. I think we have a lot to share with a lot of people. And Tom, you may or may not know this, but I just retired the other day. Friday was my last work day. Saturday on paper was my retirement day after 22 years with the Charleston Police Department in Charleston, West Virginia. I had an amazing career. I loved it, but it's also opened up the opportunity for me to be able to do Xyngular full time. And this was introduced to me 8 years ago. I am a very skeptical person. I kind of joke with people and say, I'm not only naturally skeptical, but being a police officer, I'm professionally skeptical as well. So when the program itself was introduced to me, I really wasn't interested in starting it. My wife, who's a nurse, looked at it and said, hey, you should give it a try. It's got a 45-day, at that time, a 30-day money-back guarantee. Now a 45-day money-back guarantee. She said, if you don't like it, send it back. No harm, no foul. So in 8 days, I'd lost 11 pounds and I think 5 inches. And I'd never lost that much weight doing anything. And at the time, I had 2 bulging discs, so I couldn't work out or exercise. So it was coming straight from the program. And my friend Amber, who got me started, she had introduced the opportunity to get my products paid for and make extra money. And I said, I really don't have time for this. I work 50 to 60 hours a week at the police department. I'm not someone who promotes anything. So I gave her a very polite but direct no thank you. And it was about 2 weeks into it, people started asking me what I was doing. And I thought, if I can help a few people to get to where I am or help them get to where they want to be and let the company pay me for that, I could at least do that and help get my products paid for. And that's the only thing I was looking at doing, is just breaking even on my investment and looking at doing nothing else with it. Well, and everyone that has used the products, you know how it goes. You help people get started. They have good results. Their friends and family want to know what they're doing. And so it has this huge trickle down effect. And that's what happened. And in 6 months, my wife and I were able to pay off $23,000 in debt in 6 months. Not all of that came from Xyngular. A huge, huge portion did. We grabbed just a little bit out of the savings and said, let's put this debt behind us. But there is no way without Xyngular we would have paid off that kind of debt in 6 months. No way. And during that time is when I started capturing a bigger vision of Xyngular can do more than just help me pay off some debt. It can help with a lot of things as we move forward. And it has. We have paid off vehicles, brand new vehicles, within 6 months of purchasing them. We have donated more money to our church. We're very blessed to be able to do that. We have charities that we get to donate to. We have people that we've helped on a personal, private level that nobody knows but us and them. We've remodeled my mom's old house when she was living, sunk in about $35,000, didn't have to take out any type of a loan. We just used this money over a few months and just took care of it. So there is a lot of things that Xyngular can help you with on a financial standpoint. There's so many people that would love to pay off debt, no matter if it's credit card debt, student loan debt, paying off vehicles early, paying off a house early. And this extra money is out there for that. And if someone would have told me 8 years ago that I would be where I'm at now, I wouldn't have believed it when I got started. But over time, as I continued doing Xyngular, continue helping people with it, and continued also helping other people earn extra income, I started having that belief that there's a lot of things that Xyngular can do for me and my family. Other things, we've traveled more. We've traveled more in the last several years than we've ever traveled. And Tom, a lot of it for free. I think we have earned, my goodness, 16 or 17 free trips, which is insane. I mean, you're talking an average of at least 2 free trips a year. And I don't know any business or company is going to give you an incentive to say you can earn 2 free trips, or you can earn extra bonuses every month. You can get paid every day. I mean, that's the way our compensation plan is set up. It's a very unique compensation plan to where every day, Monday through Friday, and even 3 times on Monday, Xyngular is depositing money into my pay portal, which goes into my checking account. So it's a very unique compensation plan. Like I said, we get to earn bonuses every month. We have the opportunity to do that. free travel. So there's a lot of things that Xyngular can do on an income side. There's no cap. There's people, if you look at our compensation plan, there's people making over $100,000 a month with us. So it's not like having a regular job to where your supervisor or somebody up higher than you caps your income and says, you know, you'll never make over X amount, where Xyngular doesn't do that. So early on was when I realized that this could be an early retirement for me. And I'd set that goal. I stuck with it. And after, let's see, probably 3 or 4 years into Xyngular, I was already matching what I was making at the police department. So I just slowly kept building that. And when I, this last year, I was making probably 3 times more with Xyngular than what I was making from the police department. So it made no sense to stick around, even though I love being a police officer. But I know that Xyngular can provide much more for me and my family than the police department could. So the way our pension's set up, because a lot of people say, well, you know, you're drawing your pension. Well, no, I'm not. I can't draw that for another 4 years. So my pension's frozen. So I'm not making any other income for myself outside of Xyngular. So this company is truly the sole reason that I was able to retire so early from the police department, because now my wife works, but still there's no other income that I'm bringing into the household outside of Xyngular. So I always express that to people, because people think, okay, I'm retired, I'm automatically earning a pension. And that's not true. It's frozen. I'll earn it 4 years down the road, start making it. But right now it's totally Xyngular, and it is truly, truly changed our life.
Well, Stacy, congratulations. That's an amazing story. And congratulations on your retirement. That's awesome, brother. So next we're going to bring on Michael Stoller. He's a real estate mogul. This guy, you know, leads by example. He's helping so many people. So Michael, would you mind sharing your story with us?
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely worked in real estate. Not so sure mogul is really a way to describe what I've accomplished in real estate in the past, but that's all good. No worries, no worries. Well, glad to be here. I'm representing from Michigan, holding it down for the Midwest. And my really quick product story is I watched a friend of mine from high school posting these incredible transformations on her social media for 5 years. I wasn't liking or commenting or engaging on those posts at all. I actually was just scrolling by, rolling my eyes, and probably saying some 4-letter words under my breath, because I didn't really think that it was real. And fast forward, I met my wife 5.5 years ago. Almost a year later, we got engaged, decided to plan a wedding, and she ordered her wedding dress 2 sizes smaller for ultimate motivation. And we were both looking to slim down before our big day. And I finally put my tail between my legs and reached out to my friend from high school I hadn't spoken to in years. She gave me the scoop. If it wasn't for the 45-day money back guarantee and the ability for us to make our money back, we wouldn't have ever done it. But we decided to roll the dice because we had nothing to lose. And in our first 8 days, I was down 6.4 pounds and 8.5 inches. My wife, Lauren, was down 5.8 pounds and 9 inches. And that wasn't even the best part. I got up out of bed on day 6. I had debilitating discomfort in my knees that completely was gone. I felt like $1,000,000 and went on to lose 25 pounds and countless inches. I am the slimmest and healthiest that I've been in my entire adult life. I'm fitting in jeans that would have fit me 22 years ago when I was a senior in high school, which is surreal because I never really thought that was going to happen with this whole journey. My wife did fit in the dress. If you're curious, they had to take it in. And we had an amazing experience trying these products after being super skeptical, but truly, we weren't planning to send anything back. We knew that right away. And so we began to share this with our friends and family. We invited our friends to a testimony page with all kinds of stories, and we texted some of our ride or dies in our life and put up some posts on social media. And inside of 2 weeks, we made our investment back for getting started. Our friends and family really were starting to have an amazing experience as well. So, and we were continuing to love it. So what did we do? We kept sharing. We weren't about to pass these leads to my friend from high school. we felt like we could show them what to do and pay this forward. And that's exactly what we did. I used to work at Verizon Wireless. I was in retail sales. I was in real estate in another life ago. But I've been in sales. I've actually been in network marketing. I was with another company for several years. I was not successful, but I really caught the vision of what was possible with this type of business. And I watched my friend go from barely being able to afford to put groceries in her refrigerator to being in a position now where she has a lot of freedom in her life and she's able to be available to her son as a single mom. And for my wife and I, we have a 2-year-old, and we are both at this point completely full-time doing Xyngular. 11 months into this, I was able to walk away from my job. Last year, in the midst of the world kind of crumbling, my wife was actually able to walk away from hers as well. We have been fully present every single day of my daughter's life, and we do not take that for granted because Xyngular has provided us the vehicle to make that happen. And what's amazing is, you know, when you look at the product side of this, when you first get started, you talk to the person that you're speaking with and they talk to you about your goals and your budget generally. And we help to customize a solution to fit your needs. And this opportunity is no different. This is something that we can help customize. There are people who get started and simply just want to have the ability to offset their costs for getting started. And we can help you to do that. But when you see how easy it is, that we plug you into a simple system, just like a franchise, you begin to see why you might want to continue to pay this forward to other people, not only to help them to feel their best, but to help them create a supplemental income. All day long, we watch people holding these in their hands and they aren't even looking in each other's eyes, right? Everyone is constantly walking around the world looking at their cell phones. People are spending at minimum 2 to 3 hours a day on social media. Some less, some more, but people are on their phones a lot. And what we've done is really shown people how you can carve out just a portion of that time every single day and convert your social media or cell phone habit into a secondary stream of income. And that can be something that just offsets your ability to use our products every single month. But that also can have the ability to create some extra income beyond that that could help and pay off some debt like Stacy was talking about, or pay a car payment or your rent or mortgage. Or maybe you're like me and you were working in corporate America like I was at a job where I had a horrible boss. I hated getting up to go to work every day. I would wake up in the middle of the night from anxiety and stress, literally dry heaving in the middle of the night because I was in such a pressure cooker situation working in corporate America, which, by the way, I was told work-life balance was what that was all about. The company was all about work-life balance, except at no point in my 6+ years there did I ever actually experience that until now, where I actually have the ability to juggle multiple things. Like, people ask me, what does your typical day look like? This afternoon, while I was following up with customers and spending time with my 2-year-old, blowing bubbles and drawing with sidewalk chalk on the ground out in this, warm day in Michigan, I'm no longer stuck at a desk being unappreciated. And it's because of this opportunity. And what I'll leave with you is this. Most people are not having sleepless nights because they don't fit in their skinny jeans or their jeans they wore 22 years ago when they were in high school. It's certainly cool. It's not bad. But most people, especially now more than ever, are having sleepless nights because they are not sure how they are going to pay all their bills, send their kids to college, when they're going to be able to retire because they have either little to nothing saved. We have a system in place that we can plug you into literally tonight and show you how you can boost your cash flow without having to increase your overhead in a matter of hours, if not days. And I say that as someone who was a giant skeptic of this company for 5 years. And it has truly been the most life-changing, as cliche as that sounds, decision that my wife and I have ever made. I mean, we literally got started a couple months before we walked down the aisle. So, I mean, we literally were embarking on this as we were embarking on a lot of things in our lives together. And it's truly been a major, major blessing. So I guess what I would challenge each of you here that are kind of checking this out, at the very least, try our products if you haven't already, and do yourself a favor to connect with the person that you're working with. And at the bare minimum, recoup your cost. Let us help you put some money back in your pocket and recoup your cost for getting started, because it's pretty simple to do, and we can walk you through that. So I'm just, I'm super honored to have been asked to be here. I guess I didn't really mention this, but just really quick, my wife and I are are executives in the company. You can check out the income summary from the person who invited you to kind of see what that looks like. But just super honored to have been here. And I guess I will pass it back to Tom.
Michael, one of the things I love about your story is you were able to be present with your daughter, and a lot of people miss stuff. My fiance got in a wreck. She had her mouth wired shut for months, and I was able to pay the bills and work from home and take care of her. So that was very important for me. Our next guest. So I'm sure we have some Canadians on here watching, and this man here, Dr. Ralston, a chiropractor, is responsible for bringing our friends in from the north. So Doc, could you please share your story with us?
Absolutely, Tom. Well, thank you for having me on here. I feel blessed and honored to be sharing this Zoom meeting with these gentlemen here, because you guys inspire me each and every day. And just to let everyone know, yes, I am a chiropractor, a wellness practitioner, and I've been practicing. This year would have been 20 years now. And I said would have been because I retired as well. My intention was to retire from chiropractic early. I didn't know when it was going to happen, but that was my intention. But Tom and everyone on here, when I first got involved with this system, I was introduced to this from another healthcare practitioner. And my intention was I wanted to help more people. That's what I wanted to do. Being a busy chiropractor, I was in the office 11, 12, sometimes 13 hours a day, working 6 days a week. However, there is a cap on the number of people that I'm able to help. There's only so many people, and I'm limited to the area that I'm in, okay? But when I looked at this system and I was introduced to this, I knew that a lot of people needed this, because we knew that obesity is at epidemic proportions, over 70% of the adult population being overweight. So very important to me to find something to help them, because we know that obesity has led to so many different conditions out there. However, being a wellness practitioner, I need to know that this system is in fact safe and effective, and not realizing how I really needed this system. I don't have a big weight loss story to share or anything like that, but I had some bloating in my abdominal area that was related to some digestive issues. I had some achy joints with being a chiropractor. It's a very physical job. So, you start feeling it after adjusting, 11, 12, 13 hours a day for so many years, but also dealing with a lot of low energy. So I decided to see what the system was made of. The first 8 days, I lost 9 pounds and 6 inches, most of it from the abdominal area. But here's what else took place. That bloating in the abdominal area just went way down. My joints just started feeling better. I felt amazing. My energy was up. And I'll tell you what, I was skipping into the office, And if I started feeling that way, I knew other people needed to feel the exact same way. So people started asking me what was different about me, because they saw my attitude was different. And I started sharing this story with other people. Now, what's nice about this, just as Mike had mentioned about that cell phone, people are, glued to the cell phone just looking at it. Well, we can use this cell phone as an opportunity. And that's exactly what I did. Went on to share this with other people. Now, the thing is, back when I got started with this, financially, we weren't doing well. We were, about to lose our home, but we just continued to share this. And because of the wonderful referral benefits that this company has, checks started coming in the mail with sharing this with people. But this system and this opportunity allowed me to reach out to so many people out of our area. So now this expanded out from not just this office with a roof over the head of the amount of people I could reach, but it expanded outward. And then I found myself, I was helping so many more people with this opportunity than I ever could have being in a busy chiropractic office. And the thing is, because of that cap that we have in the chiropractic office, I was limited as far as what I would be able to earn because of the number of people that I would be able to help. But this has expanded out. I mean, this opportunity, as you had mentioned about Canadians being on here, our friends up in Canada, well, I consider them more than friends. They're family now, so this opportunity has been incredible for us. It's allowed me to retire early, which I wanted to do, because it allowed me to put more time and effort into this as being full-time, helping more people. So what that has done for me, it's allowed us to donate to different organizations. We never lost our home, which is great. And also it's allowed us to be able to help so many more people that I would never have the opportunity to do. So this is what I would say to you if you're on here watching this. Really take advantage of this and connect with the person that invited you on here, because they did it for a reason. You know, there's nothing better than having your health. Health is the greatest wealth. But not only that, to being able to share it with other people. That's the best gift that you could possibly give to someone. And if you help enough other people get what they want, of course, what's going to happen, you're going to get what you want. So once again, it's allowed us to have a little bit more comfortable lifestyle. And I tell you what, I find myself, I can do this anywhere. I could be on the road. I could be at the beach. I could be at my campsite. I could be anywhere I choose to be, and I could be helping people. So this has been a true, true blessing for me and my family. And, you know, I want to invite you to come along with us, because I tell you what, when I first got started with this, I was living bad. I was looking bad and I was feeling bad, but guess what? Now I'm living better, I'm feeling better, and I'm looking better. So, and I know you all can join us and do the same thing.
Yeah, and Doc, you're in great shape, but the one word you mentioned there was family, and we do have a great culture and we all work together. And if you join us, you will have the support from your coach. You will not be left out there to do this by yourself. So without further ado, we're going to bring on Freddie Elias. Freddie is the one that called me and got me started. He's just a great friend and mentor to me, and he's changed my life. He's blessed so many people. He's paid it forward over the years. And he's a former construction worker and a former national competitor in bodybuilding. He's got one of the greatest stories I've ever heard. And I'm blessed to have him, you know, in my life. So Freddie, come on.
Tommy boy, what's happening, brother?
How are you?
I'm in Florida. Just moved my daughter to Sarasota. And I just want to say I love you guys. Dr. Steve, way to go. Keep doing your thing. Keep making it happen. I love the fact that you've been able to have time freedom and save your home and thrive. And Michael Stoller, what a story. Michael Stoller comes across so strong. And I told him this probably 2 weeks ago. He is more clear about this company and this opportunity than probably about anybody I know that's here. And of course, Stacy Loftus, love you, brother. Appreciate your service to the community. It's great that you got to retire 5 years early, and it's cool that you got to do that. Not great for the police department, because we need great policemen, but good for you and your family. And of course, Tommy, I love you, man. He's my top guy. I love him. So a little bit about my story, and I want to say this to everybody, and it's kind of funny as you guys were talking. I'm flipping through, so there's like 110 people on here, which is awesome, and a lot of men, man, a lot of guys. And let me say this to you guys: a lot of the women, because we are dominated by women, but they're just great networkers. Women are hard workers. Women they're sharing things, right? And they're just go-getters. But the fact is, they say, can you share your story with so-and-so, say on a three-way call or a video chat? Can you give the men's perspective? And I'm like, what do you mean? We're not selling makeup or lipstick. We're selling health, feel great, look great, get younger, reshape your body, and make money. So that's what we've got. And this company is on fire. It's changed my life. And so I'll just kind of take you back, move you forward, how I got here. And so, yeah, I owned a construction company 18 years, worked my tail off, like sweat, hurt my body. If anybody's in construction, you know, if you're working hard, you know what that's like. To raise my family. My wife's never worked out of the house. And but I was a bodybuilder. I was a light heavyweight national competitor at 22. I was in Flex magazine in the late 80s and a fitness trainer. But life changed. I got married, started having children, needed to make money. And that's why I started a construction company in 1997 in Illinois. And I just let myself go. So if you can relate to that, I think a lot of women can and men can. You just kind of, because you're working so hard and you're raising your kids and you're paying bills. And I stopped working out, wasn't eating great. So from 97 to 2010, I got really unhealthy. I got really old. I hurt bad. I was tired. And I was so, I'm going to say this, I would have ate one more cheeseburger. I'd have been a perfect circle. You could have rolled me down the street. I mean, that's where I got my body to. And it was miserable. I didn't feel good about myself either. And so my buddy called me one night and he said, I've got a wellness system with weight loss built in. And people were losing up to 15 pounds in 8 days without struggling with carbs or hunger. He said, you're going to have energy. You're going to feel better. And he said, in 90 days, this program could transform your body and your health. And I said, what is it? And he started telling me about it. Now, that was in the day before Facebook and social media. You know, I've been here 11 plus years. I'd never heard of Facebook in my life. And so we were making phone calls. So he explained it. I ordered it. 8 days, I lost 11 pounds. I dropped 19 and 30, 36 pounds in 90 days, 50 pounds in 5 months. I'm down 60 pounds. And I've gone from a 44 waist to a 32. And the 32-inch waist is what I was in high school just about 40 years ago. And I feel amazing. I can tell you my health is way different, so much better. My body feels young. And I told my wife, I said, I'm going to look at this company. There's nothing like this stuff. I love the nutrition. I love the eating side, the wellness plan, what they teach. It's a no-brainer. You don't have to think about what to put in your body. You're going to see a list of things to do, and you're going to get told what to do from Xander. It's going to coach you through, inspire you, give you direction, and keep you accountable. And but I told my wife, I said, I'm going to do it, but I needed to know who was involved. Who were the owners? For me, this was important. Who are the owners? Who are the guys running the company? Do they care about people? Do they have good experience? I want to be with a long-term successful company. And these guys are awesome. It checked off major. It's like a family. They care. They got great experience in the industry of like 300 years combined total. And then they said they're going to pay commissions daily, a monthly bonus, ship the product free, guarantee a 30-day product or a 30-day system, 45-day money back, 100%, no questions asked. And I wanted to know, one, was it true daily pay? And two, if people wanted to get their money back, how did they do that? And they walked me through that. And I said, I'm in. Financially, just so you know, I worked hard. I made a 6-figure income. But I don't know about you guys, but it just never seemed enough. And now today, with what we've gone through, you know, things are going up in price. It's kind of crazy. But I just wanted to make a difference for people. You've heard that. If it worked that well for me, I know I can impact people. And I went after it, started sharing it. Tommy was somebody, look, I want to say this to you guys. He's from my area. He was an iconic athlete. Obviously, I'm sure he shared, I got on a little late, but he played Major League Baseball. He was not only a great baseball player, he was that good in basketball. I know he could have played in the NBA. So I knew of him, and I wanted him on my team. I was intentional when I called him to say, you need to look at this, because he needed to get healthy. He needed to drop some pounds. He needed to feel better. And I knew he needed to make some money. So let me say this to you guys. Who do you know that doesn't really need to make some extra money? I think everybody does. They want to. Even people that are wealthy want more income, right? So when I called him, I was so intentional. In my heart, I knew what this company was going to be like. And they were just 5 weeks old. And so he ended up getting started and we were off to the races. We started sharing it with the people and we were running through. So here's what happened to me. And I always struggle with my story because I'm a numbers guy. So I like to share my numbers and the money I've earned, but I got to be compliant here because our compliance department says the FTC says we can't say a whole lot, which is crazy to me, but it is what it is. And, but I'll just say this, I got my quick start in 2 days, hit manager, earned some pretty significant income my first month. And within my first year, I made about half of what I did with my 6 figures. My second year, I made the same with my construction company. My third year, I doubled that. Let me put it this way, become debt free. And that's special to me. Debt free is the way to go. And I have a home in Illinois where I'm from. I am building a home in Franklin, Tennessee, which is an amazing place. I call it the bubble. And, you know, and so on. So, but we've been able to get our kids through college, University of Alabama, Illinois State, and they have no college debt. And I could never, ever, I couldn't even allow my daughter out of state to go to University of Alabama if it wasn't for Xyngular. And so it's just been a blessing. Let me kind of close this and say this to you guys. If you're just listening, I want you to listen really good. Okay? Hear what these guys have said. But listen to this. I'm talking about feeling great, getting healthy, energy, reshaping your body. You don't need to. Don't worry about it because 7 out of 10 people do need to. And I'm talking about creating, you heard about time freedom. You heard about unlimited amount of income that can be made. It's about residual passive. It's about leveraging time. It's about growing exponentially. You need to understand the power of our business model and the power of our company. And this company, nobody knows about it. I mean, you think about this. We did 5 million our first year in revenue. We did like 100 and shy of 80 million last year. We're only 11 years old. We're in 5 countries. Everything is done online. It's an online business. And of 180 million in revenue, and we've been debt free since 3 months in. March of 2010, we were debt free. 90 million of the 180 was done in 3 states in the United States. And you wouldn't even imagine. Texas, you would know. But the other 2, you wouldn't ever imagine. But that is Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma's 4. My state that I'm from, Illinois, is 5. So there's a lot of growth to be had. So if you want something different, something special, something that you can really sink your teeth into, put your heart into it, and go to work and go, I want different for my family. You know? And I've always been a free-spirited personality. I'm a free spirit, but I was always broke, you know? And where I grew up was rough, and we didn't have much. And now it's like, I can't even believe where I live. I can't believe the people that live on my street and what they do. One is a Chicago Cub. It's kind of crazy. It's right across the street. But so I'm just telling you, it's special. So Tommy, boy, I love you. You're the man. I will see you this weekend in Illinois. And thanks for hosting this call.
Awesome. So in closing, I wanted to show you guys a quick picture. I don't know if you can see that, but that is my second day in the major leagues with my father. I got a win in relief that night. And I had worked 7 years in the minor leagues to make it. And after that night, I never got to pitch another game because of my illness. So look, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Having a plan B economically, we can provide that for you. We'll support you. We'll help you. We'll show you how to do it, what we're doing. Like Michael said, it's simple and easy, but it takes commitment and you have to do the work. I'm going to end tonight with a couple philosophies from a guy named Jim Rohn, probably one of the greatest philosophers in our time. Jim Rohn says you can change your direction anytime. So tonight, you could change your direction with your health. You could change your direction as far as your financial situation, but you have to reach out to the person who got you on here, let them answer your questions. They can get you started. And the other thing is the wind blows on us all. It's the setting of the sail that puts us in the destination we want to be. So think about that. And it's true. So I know Freddie showed me how to put that sail on my boat. It took me to where I am today. I'm proud to be a network marketer just as much as I was proud to be a Major League Baseball player. I mean, I feel that strongly about it. I think network marketing is the greatest form of capitalism there is in America today, but it's the least understood. They're not teaching it in schools, but I think that's a mistake. So I want to thank everybody for getting on tonight. Get with the person that invited you, and everybody have a blessed evening. Good night.
Thanks, Tommy, for hosting us. Love you, brother.
Okay, love you guys.
Stacy, you're a stud. What's up, man?
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Woo! Y'all are awesome.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Vicki and Melissa.
Thank you. Thank you so much.